All right. So, welcome to 10,000 Speakers. And this is a podcast which is something very close to my heart. My name is Abhishek Gulia. And this is one podcast that we are bringing closer to you so that you, as a speaker, can learn how to be a little more clearer, a little more good at whatever you speak. And this is not just a podcast where we'll be talking about how do you learn, but also we'll be inviting guests from various parts of corporates. We'll be inviting senior directors, VPs, managers, and so on and so forth, so that they can help you understand how you can grow in your career and be awesome. So, with this, we have today's guest, which is Vandana. Hi, Vandana. Welcome to 10,000 Speakers.
Thank you.
So, if you know Vandana has been a co-founder of 10,000 Speakers. She has done MBA, worked in multiple streams like technology, management, and now working in 10,000 Speakers, building it into a place where you can grow yourself. So, first of all, thank you for taking out time for this podcast here.
Thank you, Abhishek, for having me here.
Usually, it is said that debut podcasts are the places where people go and look. Uh, is this the first video they made? And the more bad it is, the better the contrast. So, what is the kind of pressure you're feeling on yourself?
No, I don't have any pressure currently. So this is the debut podcast we are having for this 10,000 speakers, and we're just sharing our honest journey, our honest views. So it feels like just talking, just another meeting that we are having a conversation.
I think that's amazing. So let's get into this podcast. I have a few questions for you,
Okay.
and then we'll have a quick rapid fire at the end,
Okay.
and that is
Okay.
how we have planned this.
Sure.
Idea is कि जो audience है हमारे साथ आज है, they are the people who are here to learn something. They are here to grow themselves. They are here to discover some thing which is a gap. Maybe they can be a working professional, maybe a manager, maybe a senior professional, maybe some student who is aspirational about working in his on his passion. So we never know what whom we are targeting, but
Okay.
yeah, this is let's try to take out some value.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
awesome. So this brings me to the first question, which it comes down public speaking. Is what do you think? What is the core of public speaking, or what is the core of communication?
See, whenever public speaking, it feels like a general thing.
Mhm.
कहने को बहुत बेसिक होता है, but it's very crucial, right? So, I think the second most fear that people have after that death is public speaking.
But why there is so much of public fear around that?
So that is a thing we've seen a lot. We see kids, we see elders, we see working professionals. Everybody fear to come in front of the audience and to speak in front of them. So that was a thing that is there. Or usually ये क्यों होता है? It is coming from a survival instinct. So whenever in 1000, 2000, 10,000 years back, Stone Age के time पे, when people used to go into the groups, हम कहीं पे भी जाते थे, groups में जाते थे. And when some person is left outside
Yeah.
the group, that person used to get the threat, and that person was killed by the animals or somebody else. So that is where people get the threat कि अगर बहुत सारे लोग मुझे देख रहे हैं, then there is some problem and I am in danger. From there, we are carrying the fear of being seen by a lot of people. And today we don't have a survival problem, but the fear is still there. We need to work on it. Everybody needs to work on that.
I think that's a very valid point because right now is a time when AI is there and a lot of competition is moving. A lot of people are kind of trying to figure out that how can they save their jobs and get promoted. And if this is something which they are fearful of, I'm not sure how far they can go. So I think that's a very valid problem that you guys are working on. But another question I have for you is, around this brand, 10,000 speakers. Why 10,000 speakers and what is 10,000 speakers? How did you got inspired to start this?
So I'm having 10 years of experience, 10 plus years experience in the corporate. I've seen work with the various professionals, right? And I've seen people who are so much of graduates, so much of degrees and such a director level, and they fear of talking in front of the team or talking to a crowd. And when I saw these people, आप दूर से देख के नहीं बता सकते if that person is fearful, but that person is inside feeling that way. So we've seen it with 90 to 95% of the people. And people are like, I don't know, I'm good with the team. Somebody has an issue with how to talk to authority figure. Somebody hesitate in front of clients, in front of team, in front of some people have hesitation in one-on-one. And there is a weird thing also that people share कि जब नया क्राउड है देन आई एम गुड टू गो. जैसे ही वो क्राउड कंफर्टेबल हो जाता है, जैसे नया क्राउड है आई एम वेरी फियरफुल और वेरी एंग्जियस इन फ्रंट ऑफ देम. After 2 to 3 conversation, once I'm comfortable with that crowd, then I am now very comfortably speaking. So what is happening? It's about the fear that people are having with the unknown people. So
Interesting.
This fear has a lot of layers that people need to work upon.
I think that's amazing, and I'm pretty sure if they're able to kind of get that thing across, they'll be able to unlock a lot in themselves. I think that's amazing. You talked a little bit about senior leadership also. You touched about baseline senior professionals, and you talked about they are very confident on the front, but when they go to speak to public, how is it hampering their careers? What do you think?
Yeah, see, if you're a if you're a manager, now you have to address a team. See, having experience, it gives you edge over your technical expertise, right? Now you know the knowledge, but you have to command a team. You have to have that personality that people follow you, people trust you. That comes from strong body language, confident body language. अगर आप वो show नहीं कर पा रहे हो, तो how would you be promoted to a next level? Promotion जब आता है ना, leadership, what is a leadership? Leadership is not about the knowledge. Leadership is about inspiring people, right? Inspiring your team members,
Awesome.
inspiring your company. So if you're not able to inspire, if people you're not able to command that authority, आप फिर technicality में ही रह जाते हैं. You're not able to promote it to the larger. If you're not able to have a good conversation with authority figure, your CXO से आप confidently नहीं बात कर पा रहे हो, तो why would they trust you? They don't trust you. You miss opportunities. आप जितना जो ज्यादा दिखता है वो ज्यादा बिकता है, right? यहाँ आप जितना ज्यादा दिखोगे क्राउड के बीच में, स्टेज पे, मीटिंग्स में, CXOs में, अथॉरिटी में, तो जितना ज्यादा दिखोगे उतना ज्यादा बिकोगे.
और वो डर बेसिकली है जो अगर हमें स्टॉप करता है तो वो हमें बेसिकली किल करना है. दैट इज देयर,
राइट?
ओके, I can understand that because a lot of people are having in that direction. I'm pretty sure you might be also getting people जो usually आपके programs में आते हैं या फिर चीजें होते हैं. मतलब उससे पहले थोड़ा सा I would want to know how do you typically try to solve this problem?
So we work on the core areas.
Okay.
Right? We've been doing this from past 6 years. After understanding the emotions, real fears, we have identified the 4-5 main areas that people needs to work upon.
Okay.
First we focus on the confidence.
Okay.
लोगों का confidence ही क्यों हिला हुआ है? Forget about body language, forget about क्या बोलना है. स्टेज के सामने why are you fearful? Just स्टेज पे क्यों आप fearful हो? And why do people have that negative assumptions कि people are thinking negatively about me, people are judging me? Why can't we think that people are thinking positively? So that comes from the self-awareness. We work on their self-awareness. What are the past bad memories they have around stage, right? What are the negative image they have around for themselves? That hampers your confidence.
Interesting. And how do you solve this? Like, do you have some products or something?
We have sessions around all these areas. So confidence में हमारे sessions होते हैं, pre-writing होता है, understanding your fear होता है, self-awareness के sessions होते हैं. तो आप अपने आप को समझते हो, अपने fears को समझते हो, और जैसे आप अपने fears पे काम करते हो, आपको एक base अंदर से confidence निकल के आता है, which you didn't know it existed. So once you have that confidence, now majority of the people have the issues around articulation of thoughts. And many viewers who are seeing you, they would say, I also don't know how to articulate my thoughts whenever I'm standing in front of people. How to do that? So we have different structures around content, how you can do the frameworks. These are the things we help them framing their content. They'll know when to start, how to carry that content, how to close it, how to have their engagement.
Awesome. I think इसमें एक मेरा general point भी है because you're touching a lot of areas around body language, content, and everything. But what I've also heard that a lot of people have this key stand in front of the mirror and practice that will help you improve, or maybe just go in a crowd and practice and all these things. What do you think? Like this is like still available. What you as 10,000 speakers is doing differently?
Usually जब तक nobody has and people don't invest, तब तक उनको people don't work on it.
Okay.
घर में मिरर सबके पास है and this basic hack every time works, but usually हमें क्या होता है, नहीं इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा और मैं सही भी बोल रहा हूँ, कौन बताएगा.
Active feedback नहीं है
Active
मतलब.
feedback नहीं है.
Right.
You are just seeing yourself and एक दो मिनट बोल के you judge yourself positively or negatively and then you come back and when next time when you're going on stage you're having the similar assumption. So who's telling you the positives you have, the negatives you have, how to improve on those negatives? So we have the trainers here to help them identify the negative areas and how they can work on it.
Awesome, awesome. You know, usually working professionals के साथ एक ये भी रहता है कि when they are kind of in their game, there is usually a question in their mind: is public speaking, English speaking same? Is it like one should focus on speaking in English as a core element, or is it more about speaking with clarity? Should be the focus without even focusing on the language. What do you think?
There are multiple sections of people, right? There is a section of people who want to just have public speaking. नेता होते हैं हमारे, वो भी public speaking कर रहे हैं, right? They're not using English language. So many people just want to have that confidence to speak in front of audience in any language they want. That comes under public speaking, right? Now we have most of the people have around we have is working professional. In India, we prefer English communication most in the corporate. So people have now some there is a second category who knows English, but when they go in front of the crowd, they have that hesitation. So they want to speak to the team in confident English and confident with confidence.
Obviously.
Then there is third group who's English speaking. उनको English में ही fluently बोलना नहीं आ रहा है. Confidence तो बात की बात है. So then it goes to English communication coaching. So they learn how to communicate with English. So we have all three categories of people.
Okay, so basically if one has to grow, he has to first identify where he is lying. Then he can pick and choose products. I think that's interesting. That's a very valid point. In fact, a lot of people do a lot of classes also to kind of improve themselves. Talked about these three categories and that is interesting to know from the audience. But in general, हमारे पास कई बार ऐसा आ जाता है कि impromptu कुछ बात करनी है, कुछ share करना है information या something has to kind of go out. What do you think? What can be some frameworks that people can use, our audience can use?
Okay, so there are various frameworks that we can use, but I'll tell you a simple thing, right? Whenever you're telling anything to the audience, basic thing is जो basic need है, audience should connect, right? Audience को समझ में आना चाहिए. First of all, उनका attention grab होना चाहिए, उनको समझ में आना चाहिए और जब आपने खत्म किया उनको message पता होना चाहिए, right? ये हर एक speaker का aim होता है whenever they're speaking. So there is a framework called hook, body, close.
Okay.
In that, whenever any topic is given to you, first you have to hook the attention of the audience. Like Instagram reels में होता है ना, तो वो पहले attention करते हैं, कुछ एक statement बोल दो, fact बोल दो, anything, and then you share your important message you have.
Right.
In the body part, कि उसका मतलब क्या था. And then at the end you share the close. How to close it? By telling a summary, by telling a reminder that you want to give to the audience या कुछ भी चीजें. तो hook, body, close, तीन parts में हम अपनी speech को divide कर सकते हैं. And then we can deliver it. It will be a crisp way also. Audience knows also और आपकी summarize भी हो जाए.
Interesting. And I think when we are kind of and you can use it anywhere, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Anywhere. Instagram, I'm telling you ना, Instagram reels में use होता है.
Okay, I'll surely try that next time probably. But I have a general question around because आपने बताया the brand has catered to more than 5,000 people, corporates के आपने काम किया है. So when we are talking about transformations, what kind of transformations can one expect? Usually कैसे transformations आपने देखे हैं?
We've seen a huge transformation journey. There are so many candidates who have shared so many of their views, their success stories. That there was a person, he was having, I think, 25 years of experience. He was a director level, but he used to feel those butterflies. And now he's attending conferences, taking conferences so much. Then there are people who used to be very fearful in the small meeting rooms. Now they're like, whenever I go to stage with 3,000, 4,000 people, I don't fear anything. So people say the words like, I am able to see the lion inside me growing. That comes. There is a person who's become a stage stand-up comedian, stand-up on stage, they're delivering the poems. So whatever wish you had, you are able to deliver it in a confident way. Any wish, be it a stage player, maybe in a promotion, maybe it anywhere. जो भी आप कॉन्फिडेंटली करने जाते हो ना, आप विजिबल होते हो और आप अपने ड्रीम्स को अचीव कर पाते हो. So we have seen that kind of personality transformation.
Awesome, that's amazing. And just in general, like if anybody wants to join any of your programs, how do they join it?
We have different registration process. So what you can do is you can fill the form in the Instagram, in the यहाँ पे होगा. You can fill that, and our team will reach out to you, understand what are your concerns, and accordingly they'll suggest you the best program needed for that.
Awesome. So guys, please figure out the chat. There we'll be putting a link to our website. You can always fill a form, and from there, I think your team can pick it up. Okay. Okay. I think this is great. This is very interesting. This conversation is going at a very interesting pace. Considering it as a debut podcast for us, we'll just be remembering back when we see this. I think this is amazing. But let's do a quick round of rapid fire so that we can know a little bit more about public speaking and you in general. What is the biggest lie about confidence?
That confident people are never nervous, because everybody feels nervous.
Okay. What is something what is a mistake that a lot of professionals make?
They take public speaking very lightly. They know that they should improve, but they, until the pain comes, actual pain comes, जहाँ पे उनका loss हुआ है या critically किसी ने feedback दिया है, they don't take action. They're like, ठीक है, कर देंगे.
What should one do? Should he speak more or pause more?
Both in balance. Speak more with pauses.
Okay. What do you think being insightful versus being in authority?
Again, I would say both, depending on the personality and the situation.
What is your favorite? Impromptu speeches or prepared speeches?
Prepared speeches, my favorite.
I think this is great. But what do you think? What is one thing that audience never forgets?
Audience never forgets how you made them feel. As an audience, whenever there is a speaker in front of me, I would want to connect. I would want that speaker should connect with me, address all the questions I have, address what are my things and what am I here for. So my time should be respected by the speaker. That information should be that much engaging, useful, crisp. So am I feeling inspired? Am I feeling entertained? Am I feeling thoughtful after the speaker has ended the session? So that thing I'll remember, and I'll, after the session, I would go and tell others also, उसने ये बताया, वो बताया, ऐसा लगा, वैसा लगा. That is the thing as a speaker aim should be.
What do you think is the single most thing which differentiates winners from average people in corporate?
It depends who your crowd is, whom you sit with. So it is a general saying that you're average of 5 people you sit with, right? So you calculate your time. 5 की जिंदगी में कौन ऐसे 5 लोग हैं जिनके साथ आप टाइम बिताते हो, मैक्सिमम टाइम, आप फिर वही बनते चले जाते हो. So you should choose your time very wisely. आप किसको अपनी एनर्जी दे रहे हो, किसको टाइम दे रहे हो, किसको इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हो. So find good people, sit with them, talk with them, and if you don't have such people, then don't sit with them. Put your energy in learning new podcasts. Then those will become your fight.
Awesome. One sentence that can change how you speak.
One sentence that can change how I speak. I'm a powerful speaker.
Okay, I think that's amazing. So this was the rapid fire from our side. If I want to say that one message that you want to give to our viewers, what would that be?
I would say that see, this during this time of AI, when every profession is changing, every skill is changing, you don't know what you should be prepared for in the coming future. One thing you should keep ready with yourself is your personality and your learning attitude. if you are confident in yourself that you can achieve anything, learn anything, and begin your career from anywhere, from there the confidence comes. So आप अपनी personality पे अभी से काम करना शुरू कर दो, and will help you take you to a different level in the coming dynamic times. I would say that.
Thank you, Vanna, for joining us in this podcast. This is our debut podcast, and a lot of journeys, a lot of interesting guests will be there on this seat sharing their journeys with us. I think that's amazing. Thank you for getting it started. And thank you, viewers, for listening to us in this podcast. This is Public Speaking with 10,000 Speakers, a first podcast, a first step towards a very interesting journey. And if you have some people in mind you would want to see them in this podcast, please share their name in the comment box. We will talk to them. If their phone numbers are there, drop it in the chat box. Our team will contact them. And then we'll see how we can grow this as a thing. This is not something which 10,000 speakers is doing on a solo basis. This is something which will grow with you. So this is your community. This is your brand. Let's build it together by supporting each other in the way. And yes, of course, learning is always the goal. So with this, I'm your host Abhishek Gulia signing off from this podcast and see you in the next podcast. Thank you and have a great day.